Now we are going to do the endpoint for the update. So it's going to be a put operation, update, and then it's similar to actually the post, but it differs only that we need to send the ID here, and we need to send the payload, which is the body, and that payload there will be attached to the new, let's say, or the current version of that record with this ID. That's all. So we just need to get the updated customer, let's say. Then we need to get it from the body actually of the request. Here, customer is equal to request.body. That's our new version of the customer, and then we're going to update it, then return the updated version. To update, we just need to ask Mongoose or the customer model to do that for us. So we just say find one and update, which is a method that is available within Mongoose library. Find one and update, and it takes as parameter the query, which is the ID. So the first parameter would be the query, which is our ID that we will eventually receive from the parameters. So let's get the ID. Const ID is equal to request dot parameters dot ID, and that ID will be used here to query the entry that we're going to update. Then the second parameter is the set operation, in which we're going to send the new object or to set the new object. So we set the customer that we received, and the last parameter is the new equal to true. So to tell Mongoose to generate a new version of that object, and that's it. So now we are going to return that updated. We're going to do some tests with Postman once we are done. Now we go to the delete. So the delete operation is similar to the get, but is going to delete. So we delete with a given ID. So we're going to check just this request, and we're going to update it to delete, actually, not to retrieve or to update. So we're going to receive the ID from the parameter, and we're going just to use that to delete. So we will say let deleted we would say let deleted customer, and is going to await customer.delete1. So there is a method to delete actually an entry, and that entry would be queried using the ID that we just received from the parameter or the request parameters, and then that deleted customer will be returned in case it happens. So it happened that that entry is deleted, so we return it back and say that it's already deleted, and we'll change this to delete instead of post. So now our API is ready. So we have all the operation, we have the list, get by ID, we have the post, we have the put here. Actually, it should be put, not post. And we have the delete. Now we need to export these operations. So we need just to call module dot exports equal to my router, which is the Express router actually that we have created here. And that's it for this route or these routes. So all the APIs or the API endpoints are there. We only need to route them to customers, let's say, or API/customer in the app set app.js. So to do that, we just need to go back and go back to the app.js and start importing some useful stuff down there so that our application operates correctly. So the first thing is to get the course, which requires course. So we need to install course here if it's not installed already. So it's installed already. So if it's not, we need just to install it. So it's npm install course. And this will allow us to access our API from any application for now, so you can always use it and disable it if your API will be publicly available to users. You have to disable the course. But since we are just doing some tests, we are just going to open the course, and we need to get the course from that library. Course, and I'll probably put it on top here. Then we are going to enable course so that we allow our application to be accessible from anywhere. So we need to enable course here, and there is a method actually within this that says use, or we are going to just use course as is. So app.course or use course. And this will enable the course origin, so our application will be accessible from anywhere at this point. And we also need to enable the JSON parser within our Express. It's going to be app use express.json. So this to parse the body of the request into JSON, or like when we respond back to the user, we send a JSON object. Actually, we need to enable it using this instruction. And at this point, we are ready to go ahead and add the route to our customer routes, or route to the customer API. To do so, we just need to get it from that routes and the routes customer.js. So all we need to do is to like require that actually that library that we have created, or that API that we created. So we say customer routes, and we are going to require very simple stuff here. It's called, let's do routes customer.js, or you just leave it like that because we exported it through the module, so it should be available. Now we need to add to use the routes. To do so, we just need to ask the app to use that route and link it to anything we want, but we want just to put it under customers API/customer, and route all these. Anything comes to API.customer will be routed to customer API, and that's it. So the API is ready. We need just to set up MongoDB and MongoDB.com, and then connect to it using the Mongoose driver. Then we are going to test our API. So in the next video, we're going to set up a MongoDB database under MongoDB.com. Then we're going to come back to this app.js and add the connection string and connect to our database. Then try to test our API to see if it works or not.